I hope everyone is doing well whenever you tune in and see this, day or night, and wherever you are. So this is going to be a general reading for water sign, air sign. Sorry, I don't know why I always say water. Probably because you're the water bearer, with the picture. So I always say water, but you're an air sign, okay? So yes, this is going to be a general reading for Aquarius for August 19th through the 31st. It is a general reading. It can cover anything like love, work, friends, family, health, etc. And it is a timeless reading. So that means that for some people, it could resonate, 6 months in the past, 6 months in the future, a year in the past, several years, months, days, weeks, hours, minutes, etc. Okay. So always take it how it resonates for you. So yeah, I pulled all your cards, and we're going to get into your reading in just a moment. We're going to go over a couple quick astrology notes first. So if you're not watching the live, I will post a timestamp later of when we actually start the tarot reading in case you've watched some of the other videos and you want to just skip ahead to the reading. So I think we're ready. I try to remember to say all the stuff in the beginning. Sometimes I say it later. Divine timing, right? Okay, so what we have here for this time frame, as far as astrology notes, is general for everyone. All right, so on August 19th, Uranus is starting its retrograde, its second retrograde of the year. All right, and so it's going to be retrograde again in Taurus. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you're not a Taurus yourself or you don't have a lot of Taurus in your chart. It just kind of talks about where it's landing at that point and kind of which themes might come up under this Uranus retrograde. So since it's in Taurus, it can cover themes of money, security, stability, our bodies, who, what, and where and what we value. Okay, I don't know why I was like didn't say it right the first time. So yeah, and with this Uranus retrograde as well, like since Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, you have more Aquarius themes. Are going to be more subdued now since it is going backwards and retrograde. So creativity, rebellious and energy, individuality, originality, technology, innovation, dynamic change, surprises, and shock value, okay, is going to be more subdued now. Then a few days later, on August 22nd, we have our second full moon in Aquarius. So last month, we also had a full moon in Aquarius. And since, right, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus and it's in retrograde, it could be a particular note for everyone to pay attention to at this time, as some of those themes might really be coming out even more intensity with the full moon. All right. Now, on the same day, on August 22nd, we officially start Virgo season. So the sun enters Virgo, right? And then on August 30th, Mercury, which rules electronics and communication, is going to be entering into air sign Libra, which could cover themes of justice, balance, equal give and take, and beauty. All right. And then also on the same day, on August 30th, we have a last quarter moon. So that's pretty much it as far as the astrology notes. So we're going to do a quick little sound bell here just for some general grounding and healing for the reading, and then we will get started. So if you are wearing headphones, or even if you're not, just be aware it can get a little loud. So just want to say that ahead of time. All right, so I'll try not to make it too loud, but sometimes I can't control these things. Okay. So if you want to, you can also take a deep breath in and out, or you can just watch or listen, whatever feels right to you. All right. All right. Aquarius. let's get into it here. So we are going to start with your first main 6 cards in the center and then go outwards into the confirmation cards. And then we'll also talk about what's on the top and the bottom of each deck, depending on where my spirit guides have told me. It's different places in different readings, right? Let me turn this down a little bit too. Okay. So also wanted to say, if you're new, welcome, right? And also if you're coming back, welcome back. I really appreciate everybody's energy and their views and however you show up here, okay? So this first row is going to be energy starting around August 19th, could be a little bit before, a little bit after. It's not exact. Going through that week and that first weekend, and then it's kind of the same thing in this second row. So it would be that last week of August, and could also be even the first week of September. It's not exact, right? So it could be a little bit before, a little bit after. All right, so let's go ahead and call out your cards. I forgot to set my timer earlier, but that's okay. Oh yes, that's what maybe I forgot to say earlier is that, oh no, I did talk about that. I was going to say how time is timeless and fluid and relative. So I think I did mention that before, but we'll talk about it too with the timer itself. All right. Anyway, let's call out your cards here, Aquarius. So you have the Lovers in reverse, 7 of Staves upright, the Star upright, that's your card. We'll talk about that later. The Empress right side up, Wheel of Fortune right side up, and 9 of Cups right side up. All right. So we'll go in order here. Now, also one thing to note too is that this isn't your energy. It could be the energy of the person you're dealing with or people you're dealing with, an organization or a general environment situation, okay? But that's why I always encourage everyone in the beginning. I think that's what I did forget to talk about this time is to check out your other placements if you already have gotten a free birth chart online before, and check out your sun, rising, moon, and Venus placements, because sometimes, depending on what's going on in your life, those other readings can resonate more or less. So anyway, Aquarius. All right, so with this Lovers in the reverse position, this could be talking about this energy here of the recent past, but also this present energy around the August 19th, right? Of some type of union not being in balance with each other. Some type of, equal give and take is not there, or just the giving back or giving in general is kind of off in some way. Now, this obviously could be a romantic union, how it's shown, right? It could be a work partnership. It could be a union with friends or family on a deeper level, more vulnerable, or it could be even a union of different parts of yourself. But something is kind of off here, all right? Now, I have to say, out of all of your cards, you really only have one, the Lovers in reverse, that we're talking about, that could be considered negative, but I don't like to say negative. It's just more like a warning or a reminder, okay? So this is actually my spirit guides. This time they did something funny to me, guys. They always kind of do something funny to me, but this time they put both of what's on top and the bottom of each deck all together with this Lovers card, because like I was saying, kind of your other cards don't really call for that energy to make sense in other placements here, because this is more flowing energy and this could be considered more of a blockage. So that's what we'll talk about now before we go forward. All right, so what's on the top and the bottom of each deck is past energy and why certain cards have come up. So in your first deck here, the one we're using for the main 6, this is the Ancestral Tarot Path or something like that. I can't remember exactly the name, but anyway, doesn't matter, right? So we have on top is the Judgment in the right side up, and then we have the Queen of Sacred Circles in the reverse, okay? So this could be saying for some of you guys that in the recent past, there was some type of judgment being made. You were considering whether continuing some type of partnership, because we're talking about these 2 cards, right, in relation to the Lovers in reverse. I should hold them all up together here for you, okay? Where, you could be considering in the recent past whether you wanted to continue with whatever this partnership or union was, because it wasn't balanced. maybe even in the past, okay? Or you had some intuition that this was going to happen in the current future energies in some way, okay? And also, there's this feeling with the Queen of Sacred Circles in reverse or Queen of Pentacles in reverse of not feeling fully supported in this union, which makes sense, but also not feeling a nurturing energy or more soft, lovable, high vibrational love or energy, okay? With that grandmother, Native American queen, right, in the reverse position, okay? And for some of you also, too, it could be, right, because there's a little tiny moon at the top of the card, that when it's in reverse, that for some of you guys, in the past, you were still kind of stuck in some type of illusion about this union, or you didn't have all the information that you needed, so it kind of created this blockage here, or you weren't feeling, again, fully supported or abundant, and there was just this stagnant energy that kind of slowed things down. Okay, so that's that deck. Now we're going to go over the other deck with the same Lovers in Reverse card here. Okay. So again, past energy. All right. So you have the Queen of Cups in reverse, another Queen in reverse. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse as well. Okay. So this could be saying, again, in the recent past in relation to this union that wasn't balanced or in the higher vibrational frequencies, is because somebody possibly let their emotions take over, right? So when this Queen of Cups is right side up, you see her sitting on her throne and there's all this water around her. So here she has control of her emotions. When it's in reverse, not so much, okay? So it's clouding her intellect and her ability to think clearly, right? And so this also, with this Nine of Pentacles in reverse, when the emotions take over too much, okay, it sets off your determination, skill, and focus with something. Again, not feeling fully supported. When the Nine of Pentacles is upright, there's this little scribe in the background that's like, hey, you need anything from the store? Like, whatever you need, I got you kind of vibe. And when it's reverse, that's not there, okay? So again, this feeling of a lack of abundance or forward momentum or feeling supported, and the emotions kind of not making you as clear as normally you would be. All right. But you still have some really good cards here. So let's keep going forward and see what else comes out. Because like I said before, that's really your only kind of warning or reminder cards in your reading. Okay. And then it got too quiet. Hold on. All right. Whatever. Anyway, your second card here, Aquarius, is the Seven of Staves in the right side up position, okay, or also known as Seven of Wands. So this is an energy, and this could be more in the middle of the week of that first week of August 19th. It really just depends on everybody. But the energy of going into some type of spiritual retreat, being open to the universe to receive something, being really thankful, for what you have currently. And you can see that with this person that's praying to these Egyptian statues, right? They have their hands open, ready to receive and really, moving forward into some type of spiritual enlightenment or advancement or ritual here, but it's some really nice energy. All right. Now, your third card is very lucky, Aquarius, because you showed up in your own reading. So anytime, regardless, well, not regardless, but anytime, even for the other signs, when their own card shows up in the tarot, it's a good omen. That's how I like to look at it, okay? So here you are as the Star, right? And remember how I always call you by accident a water sign, even though you're an air sign. It's because of those water pictures that she's always pouring and transmuting that energy. She's got 1 foot on the land, 1 foot in the water. She's very balanced. And so when you get to the end of this first week or first weekend, right, it's almost like you get your emotions more under control and you start feeling more like yourself here, Aquarius, as well. Because remember, in the past, with the Queen of Cups in reverse, the water's all over the place, right, when it's reversed. But here, it's more controlled, all right? So that's also a good way to look at that. But yeah, this is all about hope and inspiration for the future. It also is about being open to receive what the universe has to give you, right? Accepting positive energy and gifts and being thankful. Like both kind of go together in that way. All right, now moving forward. Your fourth card here, Aquarius, is the Empress in the right side up position. This is also a really beautiful energy of planting seeds for the future. It's a very creative energy. Again, there's water in the background with the waterfall, controlling the emotions, using it in a positive way or an outlet for them, okay? And, you see this woman who is pregnant, and she is also like the businesswoman of the tarot or the CEO. It's like this boss like energy. Okay, so you could be coming more into your power in some way. You could have, what am I trying to say? You could have some people underneath you. You could be in some type of position of authority in some way where you have to lead others. Okay, it could also be a leadership card. But again, when it's following the star, it's just so beautiful because it's like you're coming more back into your power. You're balancing your emotions. You're being more creative and having hope and inspiration for the future. And also, being a leader. Okay, so that is really beautiful. All right. Now your fifth card, which I can't remember if it was Capricorn or Sagittarius last night, but they also got the Wheel of Fortune in a different placement and a different meaning. But it seems like there's this Wheel of Fortune coming back again. Okay. It could be something to do with the astrology at this time, right? But it could be also something to do with the collective unconsciousness, which is kind of in a way a part of astrology, right? But anyway, regardless of that, okay, this is a nice card that talks about luck is more on your side. There's divine timing. Things are moving in your favor, right? And this could be happening more towards that last week of August, the middle of the week or so, okay? Now, going forward to your last card in the main six, all right, another really nice energy here is the Nine in the right side up position. So this is a celebratory energy. It's also talking about the endings and the beginnings are right around, on the horizon coming up for you in some way. But it's also about being clear about what makes you happy, what fulfills your cup, what are your priorities, right? But really nice for momentum, hard work, abundance, all these things coming in for you. So very nice, Aquarius. So with that being said, let's talk about your confirmation cards here too. So go ahead and call them out and then we'll go in order. So you have the Page of Wands upright, the Tower upright, and again, the Wheel of Fortune upright. So that's funny because last time it was either Sagittarius or Capricorn, they had Wheel of Fortune too in a different placement, and then it came out again in their confirmation card. So there could be some crossover there. I mean, usually your moon sign, okay, so your sun and your moon sign can be particularly close in some way. They're usually like 2 or 3 signs difference, okay? So for me, I'm a Sagittarius and my moon is Aquarius, right? So it could be that if Sagittarius or Capricorn also had this card and then it's coming up again in a different placement, of course, for you, Aquarius, there could be some crossover there of what is your sun, moon, rising, that kind of stuff. So anyway, let's go and talk about the Page of Wands in the right side up position. Sorry, guys, my nose is super itchy. So this is talking about past energy. So in the recent past, there could have been some type of small communication that either you gave or someone gave to you, or a small opportunity from the universe that came in. And also it could have been more around, since it's past, right? It could have been this past springtime, since we're technically in summer here. With a little rabbit, okay, that's a little timing card note or timing note in the card, okay, or it could be the year before, like the following last spring, okay, or it could mean nothing for you. It could just it is there, and so I wanted to mention it, okay. But regardless of when this actually happened for you, because right when I say past energy, it could be a couple of days ago, a couple of weeks ago, a couple of years ago, but it's coming in here, and it is confirming the Lovers in reverse and the Star right side up, right? So this could be saying that there was some type of communication in the recent past that really made this clear for you, Aquarius, that this union wasn't balanced or wasn't in a higher vibration in some way. Okay. But also, like, it's like the first week that maybe really hurt your feelings, or not even necessarily your feelings, just feeling more disappointed about something, or you just really wanted to work on that, or you're just now starting to identify that or work on it in a more developed way, right? But then by that second week, the last week of August, you're using this more as inspiration and catalyst and fuel for the future. So whatever that communication, whether it's a good or bad communication, or a good or bad opportunity from the universe, you're going to take it and make it into something creative and beautiful, and take the emotions, whatever the reaction is to this communication, and use it for the better and focus on moving forward. All right. Okay. So now going forward here, your second confirmation card is the Tower in the right side up position. All right, so this talks about, again, past energy. And the Tower is some type of dramatic change. It can be a small change. It can be a change, right? But it really speaks about enlightenment, spiritual downloads, aha moments. I finally understand something. With the lightning striking the top of the tower, it also, that's the crown chakra, right? Okay. And there's a lot of water and emotions, and there's a storm going on, obviously, with the lightning. Okay. So even though whatever this small or big or whatever size change that started to happen in the past, and even though maybe it was uncomfortable at times and brought up a lot of emotions, I would say that just from the two cards that it's confirming, that it is and it will work out in the long run for the best, okay? Because it is confirming that Seven of Wands, right side up, or Seven of Staves, okay, and the Wheel of Fortune right side up, okay? So whatever this enlightenment, revelations, I finally understand something, this leads to more spiritual development, spiritual rituals, being more thankful, right? Being open to receive gifts from the universe, all those beautiful things, okay? And then also here with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like now it's divine timing. Now it's time for things to turn more in my favor and have good luck on my side, all right? So really beautiful here, Aquarius. Now your last confirmation card is your second Wheel of Fortune. Remember how I said you had a repeating card here in the reading. So before we talk about which cards it's confirming, I just want to show you the two cards here side by side, right? So both Wheel of Fortunes. One is a past energy and future energy, kind of both, right, with this larger card. And then the smaller card is a more current future energy too. But it's just cool to see how the different, the same kind of theme here. Okay, so again, passion, creativity, the turning of the wheel, right? All those things we just talked about. Good luck is on your side. So really nice. So when this Wheel of Fortune is coming in here and confirming the Empress right side up, and the Nine of Cups here, okay? This is basically confirming that those seeds that you start planting in the future, or this creative energy that you're developing, or your leadership skills, and also channeling your emotions into something positive here in a more balanced place, that this will be more beneficial for you and more abundant as well. All right. And then with the Nine of Cups too, the Wheel of Fortune talks about divine timing. So when I said before that this could be that an ending or a new beginning is off in the horizon, and maybe you're starting to see it, or you know that it might be coming up or something like that for you, right? This is like telling you and confirming for us that this will be in your favor, and you will have even possibly even more reasons to celebrate something, and more abundance, and more being clear, about what makes you happy, and fills your cup and your emotions in a positive way. So really nice here, Aquarius. All right. So with all that being said, real quick before you go, that's as far as the tarot, what we have, but I have just 3 quick little oracle cards for you too. So your first one is the Rebecca Campbell deck that I've been using anyway. There's this picture of space and then someone's legs right in the center. I'll show you closer in a moment. But anyway, it's called Jump In, and it's talking about Andromeda energy, adventure, and it says, say yes to change. All right. So that would be definitely going on the themes of the Tower and the past energy, and well, let me do it like this. And the Nine of Cups in the future energy, right? We were just talking about endings and new beginnings, being not far off, saying yes to change, enlightenment, all right, adventure. So beautiful. And hopefully you can see the little, I don't know if you can see the legs or the feet, but there's somebody who jumped into this kind of like space portal thing. All right, anyway, moving forward. Your second oracle card, your love oracle card, whether you're watching for romantic reasons or platonic love with friends or family or even self-love, all of the above, right? Your love message is keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations, all right? So if it isn't romantic, you could also apply that to friends, right? You could be, talking about being more open to making friends with somebody that you wouldn't necessarily make friends with, right? And I'm just going to ignore that troll. So whatever. And, you could also get to be looking at your friends or family in a different way that you're already friends with and saying, maybe I'll give them a second chance, or I'll keep an open mind basically about something, or even about self-love, different parts of yourself coming together. Okay, so however it applies to you. And then your last oracle message here, it's really beautiful. It's the Phoenix, right? Aquarius, and it talks about resurrection. And again, another card that mentions change, right? Surrender to change. All right. So that's pretty self-explanatory and beautiful. You can put it together with the other oracle card, talking about jump in, saying yes to change, and it says surrender to change. So a lot of changes could have started in the past and haven't all fully actualized yet, because it looks like more with the Nine of Cups that it's more in the future kind of energy, but just being open to that, okay? And so really nice energy, really nice reading here, Aquarius. So that is what I have for you today for this time period. But yeah, I usually take a picture at the end of all the cards, and I'll post it shortly on my Facebook page if you want to just see it more close up in detail. It'll be there in case you want to check that out, but you don't have to. So if you want to do that, you can just click in the description box below and follow the instructions there on how to see the picture. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys so much as always for your energy, for your likes, for your shares if you share the video, and also for your subscriptions. So if you like this video and you haven't subscribed yet, it is free. It's just like following on Facebook or Instagram. So all you have to do is click on the bottom bell icon and make sure it's blue and it's active, and it'll just notify you when I put out new readings. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Enjoy this time period, and I'm going to take a short break and then hopefully come back in a little while with Pisces. So I'll see you guys later. All right, take care. Bye.